Good afternoon, everybody. It is Deanna, and today I am at For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver, Colorado, doing readings, energy readings, clearings, and healings. So I thought I'd jump on today. I had a few minutes, talk to you about what's happening. It is April 27th of 2023, and the energies are shifting for spring. As many of you know, it is springtime, and at least on this part of the hemisphere, and a lot of pollen is coming out and things are blooming, and it's just really simply a very gorgeous time of year. And a lot of us will start to feel that spring bug, like we want to plant something in the window or in our yard, or perhaps do a little bit of work around the house. And what we find, some of us that are highly sensitive empaths or star seeds, is that right now we're feeling like we're dragging a little bit instead of being like really, a part of what's happening on that leading edge, getting things done and, spring cleaning and all that. So if you're feeling like that this afternoon, if you want to put a comment down here below as you join us, no, Facebook's taking a little bit to populate here, and ask any questions that you'd like to do. Doing some free readings this afternoon, and I will be here tomorrow in Denver, Colorado for Fair Friday. So that means it's discount pricing. So if some of you are needing a little help in your budget, I'll be available for that as well. So what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for everybody to get on or ask a comment or a question, I'm going to go ahead and do an overall reading for the empaths, starseeds, and highly sensitive people right now about what's going to happen for you as far as thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And I also want to talk to you about the energy shifting. So as you know that Schumann's, the heartbeat of the earth, will affect how we feel. And so what's been happening is we've been having a lot of high intensity days, and then we get the little teeny, uplifts, and some of us still are not feeling up to par. So if you have a question or comment, just put it down here. You can ask me anything you like about maybe your health or a romantic relationship, or maybe money. Money might be an issue for you right now. And so I'm going to do a reading for the collective, excuse me, consciousness of all the star seeds, empaths, and highly sensitive people. And let's see what's going on overall for everyone. All right. So the first thing that I'm getting for springtime is called the architecture. Okay, and it's this is a deck that I use with the Akashic Records. It's called the First Key. And so basically, it is springtime, and this is our initial step. This is step one. We have seasons for things. We have spring, and where everything's getting started, and then summer, where it grows, and fall, where it winds down, and then wintertime, where we go into stasis. And so that is the first overall card that I'm getting, and that matches with what's happening right now. Oh, okay. Hi, River. Hi. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, I got it. I used to be a blonde, now I'm a redhead. Hi, Stacy. Welcome aboard. It's so nice to see you. It says, I am new here, and you'd like to have a reading on your relationship. All right, Stacy, let's switch over to you, and then we'll get back to to our reading. And Stacy, I'd like to ask you a question. Is there a specific individual that you want to know about, or are you looking for opening up to new relationships? If you could just put it in the comment down there below what it is you're specifically looking for. And when I do my work, I usually use a pendulum and look into people's futures or their Akashic records to see what they have mapped out. And while I'm waiting for Stacy to answer about what part of, okay, no one. Oh, she's with no one right now. All right, so let's look into your future. Okay, so what I'm hearing about relationships for you is the cycle that you've been in the last 5 years is like on an apex right now. It's switching, and it will continue to be the same cycle that you're going to have for the next 5 years coming up. So she says, I'm in a relationship right now. Okay, thank you, Stacy. So whatever's been happening with this relationship for the last 5 years, there's a turning point. And in that turning point, there's a possibility it'll go on in the same manner. And let me see if I can find out what it is that's going on in your relationship that may not, that may be the reason you're in this pivotal point. Okay. And if you're just joining us, I'm Deanna. I'm at For Heaven's Sakes Books in the Denver location. I will be here today for the rest of the day until 5, and then also tomorrow, which is Fair Friday. So if you need a little discount, you want to book on that day. And I do Akashic Record readings, which is basically the book of life. So I can look in to see what, like for Stacy, I'm doing right now for what she's planned for the next 5 years. And I can also clear energy that may be holding you back. So Stacy, let's see what's going on in your relationship. And what I'm getting right now is the last 5 years in your relationship has been about the mental aspect of your romantic relationship, the mind. So it's not so much about the heart. I'm not sure if you're a doctor or a scientist or your significant other is, but that's the pivotal point that I'm picking up right now. So your guides are stepping forward and they're telling me that you're more of a heart-centered person and you've been living in the head. So that means you're probably a professional or you have a very scientific job and that's worked for you in the relationship thus far. There's a turn coming where you're going to be opening up more maybe to your divine gifts. If that makes sense for you, Stacy, if you could just let me know in the comments. I can't see the thumbs up when I'm on this particular video. The other thing that is coming up, excuse me, I need my water today, is your physical health in that relationship. Okay, good. She says it makes sense. Okay, your physical health in that relationship. Um, Something we might want to talk about in a private session. Like I said, um, today I have 2 more slots left for 1 hour appointments, and then tomorrow on Fair Friday, I have a few spots available too. So you get a little discount in there. If you want to book Stacy, it's 303-964-9339. But what I'm seeing is something we might not want to put out publicly. It's about your health. It's about your physical beingness and how the relationship you've had up until now is starting to affect your health. And as women, we tend to take on a lot, we hold on to a lot of things. And if you're a highly sensitive person and you don't flush out those energies, you will store them in your body. I think Carolyn Mace wrote a book called The Body Remembers. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Stacy, thank you so much. I hope, oh, she says she understands. Okay, I hope you'll reach out and get yourself a time slot for today or tomorrow. It's 303-964-9339. And remind me that we met here, and then we'll talk about the body. Big hugs and kisses. See you. Okay, hi to Mary. Yes, great. Mariella, if you're still on, hi, how are you? I'm glad you're having a good day and joining us here. All right, so I was doing a reading for the overall collective consciousness of all highly sensitive people, starseeds, and empaths. And so the first card I got, now this is for this, we're at April 27th. So this is about the next 3 weeks, given the energy shifts on the planet. I don't know if you give me a thumbs up or a heart if you agree. Um, I have had that spring fever, like I want to clean and I want to garden and I want to do all these things, but my energy has just been dragging, partly because I haven't been drinking enough water. But anyway, it's just been dragging. It's like I have all these opportunities and the energies are supporting us to have that springtime. Woohoo, you know? And I've been like, woohoo. So a lot of that has to do with the recent planetary alignments and this big opening for those of us that are wanting to move forward to move forward. So you've got that forward momentum, but you've also got the backward things that are pulling you, like sucking you in. It's like, I don't know if you've ever stepped in a mud puddle and you step out, well, a mud puddle, like a muddy place, and when you lift your foot out, the shoe gets left behind, and you got to reach back and get your shoe. So that's similar to the energies that are going on now. If you've got that muck that's going on, chances are it's something stuck in your past life. Hi, Maria. Okay, yep, she can relate to this. So here's how this works. I'm going to give you all a little conscious awareness of how Akashic Records works so that you can relate to this. Um, let's see here, just a moment, please. Uh, okay, okay. And so I had a little troll I had to get rid of. Okay, so here's how this works. So if you're anything like me and you're like, oh, drudgery, I can't do this spring, and you're not sure why, stop beating yourself up, number one, because here's how this works. When you get ready to come into a lifetime, God, Spirit, Source, and some angels, they all get together and you discuss what you're going to do when you come into this life. And you're not only just living one life, but you're living several at the same time. So here's the way to think of it. If if your fist is your divine self, you're all that is, it's your total spiritual self. And your spiritual self says, I want to learn, I want to experience, that kind of thing. Then your divine self will shoot different parts of itself, these would be souls, into the 3D world. So in this case, you would have 5 souls all doing their thing at the same time, although you're not consciously aware. And so, depending on where you are, this could be you, past life, present life, future life, another life in another dimension. So, all of these are going on at the same time. And so, what happens when we're feeling stuck and pulled back, it can be your current body, things that happened to you in the past, things that are post traumatic, shocky, depression, anxiety, all that stuff. And it also can be aligned with other lifetimes. So when we're working together, I'm going to reach into those other lifetimes, bring them forward, and clear that energy out, balance it, bring it to neutral if I can, so that in this existence, it's not pulling you back or dragging you down. I hope that makes sense to you, but that's a little bit of behind the scenes about what I do when I'm working with people. Most people say they feel lighter, they feel tingly, they feel uplifted when we get done. So that's a little bit about what I do. Okay. Oh, Mari says, no wonder I'm so tired. Whoo! I know, Mari. I have been that way, even with what I do for a living. Of course, I have to drink more water and eat the right foods, get the exercise, all the things. But I have been so exhausted. I have like 6 projects on my desk, and I'm looking at them all going, which one do I not want to do first? you know, when normally I'm like, oh, do this, do this, do this. So anyway, they're more than likely. Mari, let's see what's going on for you. Just a minute. Let's see what you've got dragging you back there. I'm going to use I have little charts that I use with a pendulum. So let me find that out. I hope you all are getting a giggle out of this. Let's see here. Okay. So Mari, I'm going to look and see what the overall energy is. So if we remember, if this is your divine self and these are all your little souls out here, hanging on, and you're here, I'm going to look and see what the theme is on all the other lifetimes that's pulling you down or weighted, which can be easily cleared with an Akashic Records reading, or you can meditate, clear it for yourself. Sometimes saltwater baths will do the same thing. Okay, so what I'm getting on here is 2 things. One, I am not emotionally available. And 2 is, what's the second one I just, I don't feel like I belong. So, if that is the case, take a moment to crack that open, not only for Mari, who was lovely enough to come on and share her time with us today. Also, what happens is if you are highly sensitive, if you're empathic, maybe even a starseed, Mari, we came here to be a light to the world. Our light flows through us to all that's around us. And if you're anything like I was when I first started as an empath, not only would I shine my light out to everybody, but if I felt like they were depressed, I would pull that energy back to myself. And here's a little secret for all of you out there. No matter how much you pour yourself into another person, or no matter how much you say, oh, let me take your pain on and wear it, so you don't have to have so much pain, they will create more pain. Okay? There have been shamans in the past that would go to somebody who had, some kind of a physical disease in their body, and they would energetically pull it out, take it on themselves, and do a big shamanic journey to take it out of their own body. And I don't do that. And I don't recommend that you do either unless you have a lot of training. So what can happen for you, Mari, is that if you're around other people, especially post-COVID, uh, that have anxiety, depression, phobias, all that, and you're trying to shine that light to them and they're not picking it up for whatever reason, and you're taking that energy on within yourself and not processing it, that will also make you feel held back or stuck. And that would be more of a this world thing, although you could have done it in other lifetimes as well. All right, I hope that makes sense. And then in turn, this is so perfect. I'm glad you asked this question. That can make you emotionally not available because if you've already taken on all this other people's energy and you're trying to process it yourself, then your emotions are shut off from everyone else because you can't take anymore. Mari, does that sound about right where you are? Let me know down here in the comments. I can see the comments. Anyway, all right, while we're waiting for that, Cheryl, it is good to see you. Hello, do you have a question for me today, lovely? I have more than happy to answer any questions you might have, anybody else that's tuned in. So, um, oh, Marielle says yes, she feels that way. Okay, so, or Mari, sorry, I keep calling you Mariella. Anyways, Mari, if you'd like to come down and do an Akashic Records reading or a clearing, let's see, yeah, a lot going on the last 4 months. And you'd like to get all that energy out of your energy field and get some tools on how to move forward and not pick that up. I am here at the For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver, 303-964-9339. And I will be here for the rest of today until 5 o'clock, unless you need a later appointment and you can call. Um, and then tomorrow I'll be here for Fair Friday. And across all of the For Heaven's Sakes books, that's when the readers have $1.50 a minute, and it's a discounted price so that if you need that little extra help financially, you can get in and get some stuff done, or you can meet somebody new and find out how they work. Okay, all right. So Cheryl says, we're going to go ahead and close out, Mari. Thank you. Mari, I hope you'll call and schedule. I would love to meet you in person. Just remind me that we met here, so I'll get to know more about you and who you are. And I'm going to go ahead and close that out for today. All right, Cheryl. She says, I was wondering if my dog Barney made it over to the other side. Okay, Cheryl, I get a resounding yes. Then in my ear, often I'll hear spirits, even animals. And in this case, Cheryl, I hear. So I don't know if that's how he would normally pant when he was with you, but he's quite lovely. His nose, to me, when I see him in my third eye, looks rather big. Looks like kind of like a Labrador. So I don't know if he's just really close to me or if he was a big dog. But I don't feel like that's the only pet that's crossed over for you, Cheryl. I feel like you've had several more go over on that rainbow. About 4 or 5 of them. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but that's what it feels like when he comes back. He's got 4 or 5 other pets that you've had with him. And if you can share with me, oh, good. She gives me a lot of hearts. Thank you. I don't know, Cheryl, if you're willing or you can share with me. It feels almost like his body, well, I'm getting goose pimples on this, was dying of some kind of a cancer or something, some kind of consumption. And yeah, 100%. Okay. He wants you, thank you, Cheryl, for sharing. He, um, he wants you to know that during it's like the last 3 or 4 months. I feel tingling on my legs, so it's like he wasn't mobile. Oh, he was diabetic. Okay, that thank you for sharing. That makes total sense. He wants you to know that about 3 or 4 months before he actually passed, his essence or his soul, however you want to look at that, was actually not 100% connected. So the pain and that he might have felt in that time wasn't as great because he was more disconnected from his body. And you could see in his eyes his soul, but he was remaining there for you to go through the grieving process before apparently you let go. So just know, he had to give him insulin twice a day. Yeah, that's tough. I've had a dog just like that, and it is so tough. But he was hanging on for you. He's very happy. And again, I don't know if you've had other dogs, but he shows me like 2 puppies with him. So if you're thinking about getting another dog, and if you can house two, he shows me two puppies. Yeah. Um, yeah. Sitting, crying at his dad's picture. Yeah, I know. It's really hard when we lose our fuzzy relatives. So thank you for sharing, Cheryl. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. If there's anything else I can do for you, clear energies. I do also, Cheryl, mediumship for humans as well as animals. I have worked with horses in the past who have had a disease of some sort and they're not performing as well. And the owners have called me and I've found like dislocated hips or, an infection inside their body. Sometimes oats that were had mold in them the owner didn't know about. So if you have any of that, let me know. You're welcome. Feel free to get a hold of the store. So anyway, I'm going to finish this reading. I'm at, and I'll take more questions. If you're just jumping on, you have more questions, let me know. I'm at 303-964-9339. Mari, yes, hearts to you too. And I'm Deanna Gloyd, and I do Akashic record readings, obviously mediumship, also remove entities and spirits from people's homes. So if you're in need of that, let me know. Oh, hi, Lynn. Hey, good to see you. So I started out doing a reading for all of the sensitives overall, uh, highly sensitive people, empaths, star seeds, and the first thing for this time of year, spring, see if I give this, is the one of keys, and that's the architect. Okay, so that is us building things. In the spring, we create new things. We build things. We're, spring cleaning to make room for new things. And so that is uh, what's happening right now. And then going forward in the future, the next card I pulled up is a Sangha community. And it was the Eight of Roses. I'm going to show it to you right side up here. Okay. And this card came upside down. So what that means is as a sensitive person, an empath, a star seed, you are more hyper aware of the collective consciousness and what's going on in the world, and you're less likely to get out and be part of community because of it. So please know that your immediate community, family, friends, perhaps you belong to, a club. I have a group of women I get together with, and we do fun things like sometimes we just cook and get together and talk. Sometimes we, do different arts and crafts, and sometimes we help people to move. And so, being part of that community helps me to know that I am loved and that I am loving. And this big, hairy monster picture of what's going on in the world, just it's not immediately right there in community for me. And so that's what's really important is for you all to find a sense of community. And of course, at For Heaven's Sakes Books, there's so many different kinds of readers with all different backgrounds and abilities to help you. And there's events that you can look on the website for. And I do know that here on Facebook, they'll put them on. And you can come and feel part of that community and perhaps meet some new people that are like-minded. So just make sure that you take time and connect with people that are like-minded and the same vibrational frequency. All right, going forward, um, the next card that came upside down. So right now is we are being the architecture and building. Coming up in the next, about 4 to 6 weeks is building that sense of community. So whoever it is that you vibe with, so that you don't feel so alone, and beginning to build that. Take the risk, reach out, right? And then the future is going to be the king of forces. Okay, so you can see, let's see here. You can see that the sky is a purple, kind of a royal color. And, you've got the water going on in there. And they are building here up the different forces of nature, which makes sense because we're spring going into summer. And so those forces of the shifting of the frequency of the planet, you can breathe those in. If you have the ability, go to a park. If you don't, if you can't, get plants in your windows and connect with that and make time to refresh yourself in nature. If that makes sense to you, give me a thumbs up or a smiley face. But that's where it's at. This weekend, I will take a short walk just to be back in nature. I'm fortunate enough to live up near Estes Park, so I can get that kind of community and restoring from the earth. Okay, the overall, now this is interesting. Here it is, April 27th. This is for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. Oh, Cheryl, give me a thumbs up. Good. Yep, she got it. Okay. This one is called The Buddha Prepares. And this is the overall card for everybody of what we is ideal for us to focus on. And as you can see there, he's got his heart light turned on, his heart mind, and other people are joining him underneath that tree. And the tree represents the roots, being really firm so that, when the wind or whatever comes up or a drought, that tree's trunk is solid because it has a firm foundation. And then it's also reaching up and out to the heavens, to the future. And so, right now is an excellent time if you aren't already rooted or grounded in your spiritual practice. This is the time to get there and begin to use that earth energy to build yourself up, to to help that heart light shine on. So if you are feeling like things aren't going for you, going the way that you desire, you're not having that energy, that accumulation of energy, then I would like for you to reach out and let's get together and find out what's pulling you back. Is it the other lifetimes that are pulling you down? Is it now? Did you trigger something? Are you in a relationship that's not feeding your soul? Or are you in a job that's sucking your soul? Um, these are the kind of things that we can cover and look at. So I'm so happy that you all came on and joined me today. It is absolutely gorgeous day, so if you are out and about and you want to come by the Denver, for heaven's sakes, there's a park right across the street that's absolutely lovely, and come by and say hello. I would love to meet all of you. So thanks again for coming on and participating and sharing with me. I love it when you all share with me so that I can share back. And I will be here for the rest of the day until 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. If you do live somewhere else besides Denver, you can give us a call at the store, 303-964-9339, and make an appointment. I can get on a Zoom call or a FaceTime with you, or we can see each other or right over the phone. We do have more and more people that are calling from all over the United States to visit with us, which is amazing and wonderful how this work is building. So, all right, everybody, have a great and wonderful day. Big hugs and kisses to you.